It is indubitably that time. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. I'm fat. I do to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact. I mean, you know what time it is. It's peak time. Peak every week time. And I'll admit, if you're coming out at the time or watching this at the time this review came out, this review was a bit late. So late that in fact I actually may or may not have heard that a certain thing may or may not have hit. But I was a good child. I was a good man. Outside of the time where like whole panels just appeared on my social media feed and I just couldn't avoid it. I was good. I dodged. So I think I know what happens. And like, who knows just how peak this chapter may be if I think what happens, happens. But regardless, it's peak every week. And I think my parlay may just have hit supremely. But, of course, enough speculation, enough wondering, enough all of that. Let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into chapter 293, Birth of a New Eagle. Oh my toes, they're curled right now, bro. If it wasn't the internet, I'd show you my feet. They're curled right now. Let's see. Ball, luck. I gotta read the field right now. Okay. That's Big Isagi, ain't it? I think that's Yukimai. I think those are glass. That right there is Big Isagi. First page, he's already zooming. Rin, eyes on the prize, little bro. Eyes on the prize. I can actually literally call Rin little bro. Not just because I'm older than him, but he actually is a little bro. Let's see. So, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you though. The one thing, once again, I did my best to not actually look at the chapter itself, but it's been a week. It's the, like, yeah, we aren't even gonna play no games. Even the people who are watching this, like, retroactively, 5 years down the line, we're in, like, the U20 World Cup arc, deep into that, and I was like, oh, found this guy, let's go review. I will admit, like, I can't say, here's the thing, I can't say Kunigami was an absolute fumble. I can't say he was an absolute fumble, because he's obviously necessary. You cannot just pluck Kunigami out of the new Egoist League and have the plot go the same. Like, he is arguably the third most important character on this team. And some people are gonna be like, whoa, what about Hiyori? Wasn't relevant till Ubers. Am I wrong? Hiyori wasn't relevant till Ubers. Yukimaya wasn't relevant until Landshine. I'm just gonna say it, and was not relevant at all during Ubers. In fact, and probably isn't relevant at all this game, man. In fact, because I didn't hear anything about Yukimaya. Though I've heard things about Ness, I've heard things about Kaiser, I've heard things about my glorious legendary juicy, legendary amazing king, my glorious hero king Isagi. I've heard many things about all of them. I did not hear a word about Yukimaya. So like, Yukimaya's been relevant. I love Corona. That's my son. I birthed him. But like, he's been irrelevant too, or not relevant, but like, he wasn't relevant until Manshine either. Kunigami has been the third main character. It is literally Isagi, Kaiser, and then Kunigami. But I don't blame people for, it's just like, the way the wild card was hyped up, I find myself in this like twisted 50-50, where like, the wild card was hyped up a whole bunch to create the perfect striker. But obviously, he couldn't have ever become that. Like, even from the moment we heard about it, he couldn't have become it, because that's what Isagi's supposed to be. So like, naturally, he was going to be destined to fail anyway. But to possibly not have like, unless he's but there's no way, at least from what I heard about the chapter, there's literally no way. I cannot blame any Kunigami fan for being disappointed in his run solely as a striker, because the only goals he got in the new Egoist League are it's two, because it's the first one he got in Barcha, the closer for Barcha. Then he got the one that was supposed to be Isagi's goal, but ended up being blocked by Kaiser, or gotten in the way of by Kaiser, leading Kunigami to poach that bad boy. And that's it. He didn't score in Ubers, and he didn't score. I don't think he's gonna score here in PXG. So, from a striker's perspective, I do get the disappointment in Kunigami's narrative, and I think this is a very pathetic way for him to end out. Like, look at him, groveling before a 15-year-old. But with it being the case, man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to hit the Neo Egoist League retrospective. Like now that it seems that it's over. At least I think. And from what I heard, it's over, right? So like, it may just be indubitably that time. But let's see. And then Shido and Kaiser. It's not happening, bro. I saw people like, where's Shido? Because I asked for one of the polls. I think it was literally like the last poll. Like, who do you think is gonna score? And people are like, well, where's Shido? Where's Rin? No way either of them were going to score. That's why they were not included in that poll. But I don't think Kaiser's going to score either. A new egotist. Let's see who luck falls to. Ball. Let's see, Rin. If you don't put that nasty, disgusting, funky, chunky, hunky monkey behind breath. Put that tongue away, bro. I know it's dried out. I know it's like, here's the thing. Okay, admittedly, relative weird thing. Who knows? I think by the time I'm recording, he's been out for like a week, or at least no. He came out Friday. So like I'm recording this like 3 days. But I've had like the Thing memes and like Marvel's The Thing memes on my mind for a while now. So every time I say, so here's the thing, my brain immediately goes, Ben Grimm. So sorry about that. But I dry out just yapping. Just simply sitting here yapping. In a video. It's why I have my multiple Bev containers. One of which is not empty. The other which, I don't even know what happened to that one. Like, it vanished into the ether. I will find it. But ultimately, Rin has had that same nasty, disgusting, diabolical, and devious tongue out for literally... Whoa! What are you? Get off my screen. Alright, that was scary. But he's had this thing sitting, haunting, lurking, slanging for a while now, bro. I know his breath is not just hot, it is steaming. Okay, Charles? Kunigami? Oh, Kunigami, bro. Why are his eyes like that? Yo, Kunigami, use both of your eyes. This one's up here and this one's down there. Like, Kunigami, fix that. Let's see. Luck right at Ness's feet. Is it time for my parlay? Let's see. Ness? You know what I love here? I love Isagi's face. He's like, I know what I must do. he peeped it and like, I have no time for words. I only have time for action. Meanwhile, the guy's just like, no, because you know Kaiser, both of them can smell it. Both of these madmen can smell victory not 2 seconds away, and they're like, oh wait, he literally says, Kaiser, Ness, at a time like this, it goes to the puppy. I mean, that's just the state of love, buddy. You better adapt real quick. Let's see. Is it parlay time? Is it parlay time? Let's see. It goes to the puppy. Look. Oh, Lord. Oh, shout-outs to the one guy in, I can't even say last week. I think it's like 11 days ago comment section who's like, you voiceover in the Ness part made me really uncomfortable. And if it did make you or anyone else uncomfortable, good. That was the point. But let's see. Luck has come to me. Unlike Kai. Okay, let me stop. Let's see. Come to me. What do? A pass to set up Kaiser. No. You. Parlay? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Please? No, you idiot. This is my chance to... Come on now, Kaneshiro Sensei, don't tease me, no. Don't tease me, Kaneshiro. Don't tease me. This is my chance to change. What'll he choose? Is he gonna shoot? Okay. Unironically, mad respects to Shido for holding Kaiser at all. This is the same guy who's gonna ban. Like, this is low-key a Shido feat, dog. Kaiser can't get away from Shido? That's actually Shido upscale. For Shido, another character who I've already made a video about talking about how he feels kind of hollow, and I feel like he hasn't really done much in a while, and probably won't ever do. And who knows? Once again, for Shido in particular, I hope I'm wrong. Why does it? Why? It's because okay. Look, just breaking fourth wall, breaking plot for a second. If you couldn't tell, I got a haircut, and like, not only do I feel like they jacked me, like, what is this? Like this is what happens when you don't pay attention. Like, why did they do like why did they give me like an arch thing? I don't get. Dude, I just asked for a simple fade. But like, it's thrown off my spatial reading because they took, like I said, take a little off the top. Y'all, the hair does not raise any higher than this. Hold on. This is, hold on. This is all I got. I was so used to like the longer top of the hair, like taking up more of the frame, and now I just don't. So it throws me off. And like, I'm sitting up to full height. Hold on. Do I just gotta tilt like the camera? I don't know. But like they took a bit off the beard, and they took a bit off the top, but way too much off the top. They did the weird like arc thing on both sides. So now I just need to wait for their. And like that's the thing. They didn't even evenly do it. Like look at this. Like this arc is a lot less faded than this arc, and then now I'm looking at it. It didn't even seemingly cut my beard even. And I get it, my beard is very weirdly sparsely grown. Like the left, it refuses to develop properly. But like, man, but regardless, I got a cut. It's throwing all my dimensions, and like the way I record, I can see myself, and I'm consistently trying to adjust so it looks right in the video. But all that aside, back to what I was talking about. Shout out to Shido Dog. Like for a character who I think essentially we all kind of know peaked in terms of narrative relevance in U20, and even then he didn't even win that game. He just peaked in terms of antagonistic relevance. Yeah, we still have Shido backstory. That's still a possibility. And who knows, he still definitely has a whole bunch of chances and ideas and possibilities for evolution. But like, darn gang, Shido, you got it rough. But it's like, no, for him. Kaiser's like, I missed that line. Is he gonna shoot? That'd be crazy. Because I saw for some reason. Now once again, I don't think it happened. But for some reason, I saw a lot of people suddenly were on the Ness shooting train. And like, don't get me wrong, I get it. We got Ness backstory, but did y'all just forget about Ubers? Like how the idea? Well, like at least for Kadoshiro Sensei, it seems like Passer suddenly developing the ability to score is not the message he's going for. He already swung that bad boy free and then was blocked viciously. Same thing for that. Like there was a large amount of people being delusional about Ness' story. Not so much in my own comment section, but I saw around the community a bunch of people were suddenly like putting like, and don't get me wrong, I've had my stocks invested in Ness doing something very specific for my parlay. I've had my stocks invested there for a while. But him scoring, it's like y'all really think the culmination of the Unitas League was Ness scoring? Really? Like, don't get me wrong. I've been wrong about narrative things in blog before, but I don't know. That one seems a little bit weird. But it looks like even Kaiser's like, no, for him, that choice is impossible. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Hold on. The field positioning. Who is that? That's my glory. That's my king, isn't it? That's my king, isn't it? Look at that. Wait a minute. Look at him moving. Oh, okay. I think my parlay hit. I'm not gonna say until I confirm it. I'm not gonna say it until I confirm it. Because even my friends who also do read Blue Lock, when the chapter dropped, because I told them I couldn't record. There were things happening in life I could not record. That's why this review is coming out so late. But they just kept texting. They text me the most vague things. Because they're like, we know you live react to it. So they kept texting me the most vague things. And I also try to avoid. I didn't ask about my parlay. But they all know the parlay. And I didn't like none of the conversations and or texts I had with them didn't like eradicate the parlay. So let's see if that's my glorious king moving. That choice is impossible. No. Do I shoot? No. I mean, like, notably, I think that is just genuinely like a more I mean, Sometimes you ball. Like sometimes, admittedly, I can't think of an idea when I ball, but I was very young when I played soccer. So like, we ball was not on my mindset. I'll really admit. But I mean, that would be something different, Ness. That would be something different. And honestly, unfortunately, I think even if Ness were to become the greatest passer ever, like his family wouldn't suddenly love him. He would probably have to be like the best. Like he would have to become number one in a way that a lot of people would care about, right? Like. Once again, I don't know much about soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the most famous goalie of all time. I don't hear GOAT debates about the best defenders ever. And once again, I'm not heavily steeped in the field. But Messi and Ronaldo, they just happen to be goal scorers. Of course, they're also playmakers, but like, a lot of it has to do with the goals that they score. Mbappe goals that they score. Like, they're strikers. So, ultimately, I think Ness, he's kind of cooked himself into a position where maybe him shooting would actually maybe make his family at least acknowledge him somewhat. But let's see. Pass to me, you... Nah, Kaiser. Nah, my glorious divine emperor. Hold on. My glorious divine emperor, I'm just saying, gang. You can't have both. You can't have both. You can't look that man directly in the eyes and tell him to hop off your meat. Get it out his mouth. You cannot tell him to delatch and then demand he pass to you. You can't, I'm sorry, guys. You can't have both, though. You cannot. It's either one or the other. You cannot have. This is not a ¿Por qué no los dos? This is not one of those, my boy. I hope he better not. He better. My parlay, you better not. Please, my parlay. Let's see. I'll cast a new spell. Oh? Oh, whose magic are you gonna get caught up in? Would it happen to be my glorious hero? Okay, let me see. Ooh, okay. Wait a minute. Why is the aura Loki looking fire right now? Wait a second. On this field, up until now, I've only made passes that made it easy for Kaiser to shoot. Yeah, that's true. You can't change. Yo, stop it. The initial website I used to do my reviews on, what I do, Thanos snapped. Like all my videos I used to do the original website, it's gone, annihilated. And the other website I typically do like my own reading, like stuff I read but I don't cover on the channel because either I'm covering too much stuff on the channel already. Like right now, I'm currently covering I think 10 series. 10. I have a problem. There aren't 10 days in the week. But regardless, even that one, it just doesn't have. Like, it does not have some of the stuff that I needed to have. So, like, I'm using all these different websites specifically from the big Reddit. And, man, they're a little freaky. But let's see. You can't change. And, then, that's so hilarious and so rich coming from Kaiser, of all people. Coming from Kaiser of all people. You who were so stubborn, you who believed you were so set in your ways, you were forced to change. You think suddenly Ness, another human being, can't? But you know what? That's beautiful. I like that writing for Kaiser because it shows he still has so much more growth and development to do. Because once again, I'm personally in the camp that Kaiser, if he's not going to be the U20 World Cup final boss, I feel like he kind of has to be, though. Because, like, unless we fight Loki in the U20 World Cup, which I feel like it's a little too soon for that, I definitely do believe it's going to be a Charles, Noah, Loki trio. Maybe they beat Loki in the U20 World Cup, but that's the thing. I feel like he probably wouldn't play. But maybe if he does, because he's still under 20, he counts. He's the same age as Isagi. I feel like Kaiser kind of has to be our final boss for the U20 World Cup. I mean, obviously, we can just set up a new one. But just based on how, like, story structure works with Blue Lock so far, I feel like Kaiser has to be our final boss. So, leaving him with this open end, where he still needs to figure out how to properly value the humanity of people that he just still doesn't see because of his own nature, that's some good stuff. And it's the big thing I've been talking about for a while, even in regards to my parlay. The big issue with Kaiser abandoning Ness and leaving the whole team behind and becoming this whole new creature. Dog, Kiora is not your teammate anymore, buddy. Isagi ain't gonna be there with you forever. You're gonna have to work with the pieces you got, buddy. The pieces you got, and Ness is one of those pieces. So ultimately throwing him away, abandoning him, that wasn't the way, Kaiser. It looks like you may just pay because it seems like it's time for my parlay. Let's see. This is my... Yes, Ness, yeah. Ooh, Flo, Ness kind of looks crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is my first rebellion. My declaration of war to the new emperor. I guess he means the new Kaiser in that sense. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. Unless a hero king is meant to be an emperor. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, my. My, oh, my. If you're the best in the world, then come steal it. Okay, okay, okay. Yo, I'm not sure what, I'm not sure. Would it be an alchemic symbol? This design for the base of his pass is really, really clean. Okay, Ness, okay, Ness. Let's see. He shot? No, it's a drive pass. Nanase, I hope you get dropped from the top 23, dog. I'm sorry, Nanase, you have done nothing this game. No, Karasu carried more than you. Zantetsu carried more. Nanase, you, especially for getting a whole chapter based on your ambidextrosity, you are trash. Let's see. Wait. This pass. Oh gosh darn it, it's so tiny, I literally can't read it. No! This pass has topspin. So, okay, so it's not suited for Kaiser Impact. I literally can't read that. And that's just straight up my fault. I made the text too small, just based on how I have to record. So but regardless, interesting. And that's so cool too. Not only did he go into flow in order to reduce his pass, meaning he's at the peak of his like mental and physical ability right now, but he just in a way that we've seen characters nerf themselves to fit other ideals. Like very specifically, the most recent and big example is Rin fitting into Sei's ideals, like throughout the entire series by enforcing the puppeteer playstyle and only getting his own nature back recently and controlling it better with the destroyer mode. Ness, I don't think we've ever seen Ness actually hit reflex. But then again, I'd have to double check. The New Eagles League is a long game. It's a long arc. But this is the first time he hits reflex. Because it's the first time he's doing what instinctually comes to him. Giving a hard, full-strength pass with a bunch of topspin, regardless of Kaiser. Regardless of whatever would be appropriate for Kaiser Impact or any adjustments made for that. Because he's free. He's liberated. He just sent that bad boy. Because he's like, if you're truly... And this calls back so... Oh, this is... Ladies and gentlemen, this is Supreme Cookage. This calls back perfectly to heal. Yo, Isagi has this card. Yeah, he has the Demon. Yeah, I heard that title. I heard the Demon King title, though. That's the thing. I wish I had gotten to this chapter on time, bro. I wish I got this chapter on time because I heard the title Demon King. I heard it came from Ren. But let's see. Huh? Wait. Am I tweet Kaiser? I get it. You know what? The first thing my friend texted me is, Ref, he's shapeshifting, get him off the field. And I didn't ask for any elaboration. Because I was like, what on earth is he talking about? But then, it wasn't just him. Another friend sent me, Ref, he's devouring people, but for real, get him off the pitch. Ref, they just kept sending me different variations of Ref, he's mutating. Ref, he's transforming. Ref, he's evolving. Ref, he's fusing with people. And it... Yo. Okay. Now, this is going to sound like... This is going to sound like some crazy top of... You can call it copium, you can call it hope. Just huff with me, alright? Just make a line and huff with me. Listen, hear me out. And if you're right there, then we can try again. But it's not Kaiser. It's Isagi wearing Kaiser's bot. Here's the thing that works so well about this. Even I'll admit, Ness ended up being a lot weak. But kind of like Kunigami. I talked about Kunigami earlier. My parlay, I can see why they didn't mention anything directly about the parlay. If this is to be believed, Isagi's about to score off this. He's about to end the New Eagles League, right? That's fine. That's cool. And it works if purely subconsciously. But the big thing about my parlay in particular, and I saw many different variations of it, because a lot of unless I'm not gonna say you were delusional, because hey, Kanashiro Sensei has broken my ankles before, so I can't say I've 100% predicted Kanashiro Sensei before, and I probably won't be able to 100% predict Kanashiro Sensei again. Like I said, I can't even determine who's gonna be the final boss of the U20 World Cup arc, even though it's literally our next arc. So I should probably have a solid idea of who that's gonna be. I have no clue. But the big thing that I highlighted as a necessity for a portion of my parlay, if you will, is that Ness would have to willingly choose Isagi. He would have to willingly choose Isagi as an act, like he said earlier, an act of rebellion. But the reason technically this still works, even if it isn't perfect, even if it isn't perfectly a part of my parlay, the reason this still works, and the reason it's so beautiful to see Isagi literally wear Kaiser like a second skin, is because that's what this entire arc has been building to. Isagi Yoichi has been chasing the ideal version of himself. And if you go all the way back to Barcha, Barcha, what is the main thing that Isagi says about Kaiser upon seeing him? He is moving in my ideal fashion. In fact, he's literally surpassed them. Essentially, the whole Neo-Egoist League has been Isagi chasing, catching, and trying to match and then eventually surpass. And he surpasses him by 2. If he scores off this, he literally is back. Oh, I tell you, gotta show something. It's cooking the kitchen. Because here's the thing. The whole Neo-Egoist League. I mentioned it. It's part of my whole story that I pointed out. You can go all the way back to the start of over 100 videos ago now. The start of my Blue Lock reviews. I pointed out my 4-game plan. I called the Neo-Egoist League a 4-game, 4-run arc, where Barcha was Isagi getting on the field, improving his value. It was Manshine was Isagi defeating Kaiser as a playmaker. Ubers was defeating Kaiser as a striker, which he did, and then Pixie would be him proving himself equal to Kaiser. But what does all that? Stop it! But what does all that require? What does all that imply? It implies that Isagi ultimately needed to catch up to Kaiser. Kaiser was in a league all his own. He was a monster, a beast, an animal, a demon beyond demons, if you will. But ultimately, Isagi was just another Kaiser, just like Kaiser was just another Isagi. I mean, ultimately, if Isagi could rip out everything he needed from Kaiser, if he were to optimize himself appropriately and properly, of course, in a moment where Kaiser and Isagi's ideals would overlap, in a moment where everything would be met, Isagi would be in that perfect position. Because that's exactly what Isagi was chasing this entire time. And the reason this works so well, the reason I'm assuming that Kanashiro Sensei didn't 100% go with my parlay and have Ness willingly choose Isagi, is because ultimately, one, Ness is far too dependent on Kaiser beyond his own good. It's like, it is a genuine, unhealthy, we need to get this man some therapy kind of attachment. But also because Isagi made a promise to Kaiser. I will steal everything from you. And I will leave you no more than a naked emperor on a worthless throne. And I pointed out bit by bit, piece by piece, once again as a part of my parlay, that Isagi was ripping pieces bit by bit. Just by getting on the field, he already ripped away a piece of Kaiser's control. Giving Kunigami that final closing goal of Barcha was a piece getting ripped away. Then the next piece was Eric. Then the next piece was Grim. Then the next piece was literally the control of the team. Essentially, Kaiser became a part of Isagi's system. For all intents and purposes, it was just him and Ness. And Ness was that final piece to be stolen away. Why? Because he needed to be caught up in what? I pointed out at the end of Uber's what? Isagi's magic. Isagi's thrall. And what is Isagi's biggest thing? The big thing that they highlight a lot in episode Nagi, but they do in the main manga a whole lot. Isagi devours and consumes. So if the ideal version of himself exists, if it's something he can see and visualize, and he can copy that perfectly, and then evolve it to the point where he could even surpass it by be overcoming an ability as broken and as dangerous as Kaiser Impact, and enthrall Ness in that same way, that magic of the king, the hero king, the devourer, being laid bare and him literally transforming into Kaiser, and then not just transforming into him, but breaking away from him, surpassing him, catching Ness in his thrall, absorbing him into his magic like Ness was hinting at before. Oh, when I tell you it's supreme cookage. It's supreme cookage. And literally, the reason this peaks so hard is because Isagi did steal everything. He stole the team. He stole the space on the team. He stole away Kaiser's control. He stole away Ness. And he stole Kaiser himself. And not just in the literal sense that he got Kaiser to work with him. He, once again, talking about my 4-game arc thing, where he got Kaiser to work alongside him and acknowledge him as an equal and someone to be played alongside and over to overcome geniuses. But he literally steals Kaiser's face, his abilities, his movements, to the point where he actively manipulates somebody else. Just like this. Well, okay. I'm going to make a bold behind claim. The writing of the Neo Aegis League, as a whole, pound for pound, especially now as a compound, and once again, we'll see. I think the game's got to be over. As a pound for pound complete story, it watches anything the U20 arc has to offer. And at least in my opinion, from a start to finish, start of arc story to end of arc story, Isagi's progression of the Neo Aegis League is the best run of writing that Konoshiro Sensei has produced through Blue Lock so far. The rivalry between Isagi and Kaiser is also the best. It is so viciously clear of almost anything else Blue Lock has had to offer up to this point that I think especially with this kind of conclusion, with Isagi literally devouring Kaiser to the point where he takes on his physical ref, he's transforming. Ref, he's devoured them so much, he's literally copying them. Ref, he's turned into Yuta Okotsu. Ref, we need to get him off the pit. The fact that we're here, it's peak. It's peak. This is a case where I'm genuinely a little bit afraid to see how do you follow this up? How do you follow this up? Let's see. Yoichi. Finish it, Isagi. Finish it. As many of the fans have been crying out, free us. Huh? Ness passed to Isagi. What the heck? Even Karasu was caught off guard. All the metavision in the world could have prepared him for that one. No. Nobody in the field, including me, including me, expected this. The genius known as Ness. There we go. Hard. I mean, it's pretty obvious that Ness was always considered a genius, or not always considered, but you know what? That actually almost that even feeds on the earlier idea that talented learners discover geniuses and ultimately bring them up to a level of the world stage, because ultimately it was Kaiser who discovered Ness. Oh, what? What was that saying? But the stove is on fire. The house is burning. You can stop. Well, actually, no. But let's see. Had a sudden mutated awakening. And it's so. Oh. I hate it, gang. I hate. You know what? I don't even hate it. I love it. But a big theme of the Neo Aegis League that it's only hit me recently, and it's hit me recently to the point where I talked about it. Maybe it hit me subconsciously previously, but it just didn't click enough. Unlike the 4-game narrative arc, which I can say you can go back to when I first started reviewing Blue Lock, and you can check out all reviews where I said it. The progression through regression thing is something it only clicked with me recently. I think it was as recent as 10, 15 chapters ago. It clicked with me. But even this sudden mutated awakening that Hyoi's referencing here, that's progression through regression. Because what does he do? He goes back to his old ways. He enters reflex, what's more innate to him, in order to hit this pass. And ultimately, what does he do it for? Oh, no. See, that's the thing, my parlay, even if my parlay isn't hitting, it technically makes more sense on the progression through regression theme that the overall arc has been following. Because if Ness had actually made the progress towards Isagi, and specifically made that pass and accepted him and wasn't wrapped up in Isagi's thrall, then it wouldn't have worked. And even Isagi having faith in this mutation is him progressing through regressing. Because he dared to have faith in somebody all the way back at the start of the series. That is how he lost and was put in that state of weakness and despair. But this time, he's progressing by having faith in Ness and his mutation and reacting in time to abuse. What? Yeah, the New Elitist League is begrudging. And obviously, you know, your boy, not a literature major or anything like that, but just cumulate. Think about how all the themes overlap and apply. The rivalries are concluded here. I'll admit though, I'm a little confused here. So Kaiser, you are still here. Where are you? Okay, buddy, where are you in this shot? Is it like Rin's here? Because this is obviously Isagi. So like Kaiser should be here, right? I'll admit that's a little moment of strength. Because they're right here. I don't know what happened. I think that's a little. I mean, it's a cool moment, right? Like and I think once again works well thematically and for my parlay. But with that being the case, I do think that's a little weird. We definitely should see Kaiser here. He should be here because he's here. But then again, but no, Kaiser's bigger than Shido, and you would like at least see his legs here, even if Shido was like covering his entire, but like they would have to be like pound for pound overlapping. But even then, Kaiser's clearly being held back by Shido, so that's a little iffy. But that's fine for the narrative point of Isagi literally consuming Kaiser and ripping everything away from him down to his very physical form to rip away the last piece he hadn't taken from Kaiser in Ness. So purely subconscious. I'm feeding families, bro. I'm feeding my family. Let's see. There was only one person who believed in him equally and ran there faster than anyone else to adapt. Yukiba. Unfortunate, dog. Could be you. Right to the end. He killed his own feelings and kept selling his soul for victory. Ugh, the egotist machine. Rin Itoshi, what a shame. Isagi's evolving again? He has the charisma to draw out others' egos and exploit the... okay, so yeah, it was Rin who said it. Okay, or at least I was assuming this is gonna lead into Rin calling him the Demon King. That's the one thing I heard was just like fully spelled on. Like, I mean, like, I heard Isagi scored. I was like, maybe. Let's see. Stop this. But exploit them for his own goals. Kaiser, why are you hitting reflex right now, bro? It's too late. It's too late, Kaiser. You can't be hitting reflex now. Let's see. bro, hit the... What's wrong, Kaiser? What's wrong? It's all up to luck. It's all up. This is all according to Keikaku, bro. Just not yours. If it wasn't so late, I'd hit that. But let's see. Oh. Wait, what? What does that say? He's watching a brand new... Oh no, he's hatching a brand new and perfect Yoichi Isagi is being born. Yes. Look at this. Oh my word. He's truly done it. He's unlocked true mastered ultra instinct, dog. Controlling hope and despair. The Neo Ego. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the wrist. I know, Nomura. Doesn't your wrist ever start hurting from whipping it up in the kitchen so much? It has to hurt eventually, dog. What? Boom. Nomura and Kano Shields, they went crazy. And of course, he doesn't, and you know the crazy, he doesn't even hit the 50-50. I mean, I think it is cool that his ego's still being shown as like a bashful gooner. But notably, he doesn't even go for the 50-50 here. He just goes straight for the right. Boom. Oh, yep. All the different Isagis culminating, the ball flying through, the goalkeeper failing to react. He's Blue Lock's Demon King. Ladies and gentlemen, for everyone who dared to deny him, for everyone who believed that others stood a chance, for everyone who thought that it would be Rin, for everyone who thought it would maybe be Kaiser, for everyone who thought there would be anyone but my glorious, legendary, juicy, demon king, Isagi Yoichi, ending the Neo Egoist League, finishing the game, ruining all hope of all other things. If you believe that anyone else would bring hope and or despair, I'm just saying, you were wrong. And you were delusional, and my parlay hurts. And do you know how gosh darn insane you have to be to have your previous top op call you a demon king? So that is new. The heroic demon king of Blue Lock, Isagi. Yo, his title keeps getting longer and longer and longer. Let's see. He's Blue Lock's demon king. Wait, I'm scared. BMPXG Isagi Yoichi ends it all. Cinema. Like I explained it. Like, here's the thing. Let me even level with y'all. Parlays, memes, specific shirt aside. Even if you don't like Isagi, and I know there are definitely people who don't like Isagi. Okay, I'm gonna tilt you down slightly, but then again, I feel like now that's... There we go, this works. Kind of, sort of. But regardless, even if you don't like Isagi, which I don't blame people for. A lot of people find Isagi boring. I personally don't. Do you see how much I glaze him? But, with it being the case, can we all agree this is the most narratively satisfying way this arc could have ended? Like, let's be real. While PXG winning would have been a narrative upset, definitely, I don't think it would have done anything. And I think ultimately it would have rewarded the wrong characters. Like, Shido has not changed. He has not developed. He doesn't, like, I can't even say Shido has had progression through regression. Shido, he's such a weird outlier. He doesn't even fit into the overall narrative arc of progression through regression. In fact, he tried to progress inorganically, or like he tried to progress through progress instead of progression through regression. So I feel like Shido scoring the final goal would have made much sense. For Rin, scoring the final goal, possibly, because once again, he does actually fit into the progression through regression theme, but ultimately, his consistent inability to process his own inability and his consistent desire to do the same thing over and over and over again, that inability to destroy himself, I feel like that also, it wouldn't have been as narratively satisfying for him to win either. Like, it just wouldn't have. Like, you can maybe make an argument it would have in one way or another, but just because of the progression through regression theme, but I still don't think it would have worked. Even Kaiser, once again, like I mentioned earlier, the incomplete nature of his character arc not only leaves him open for further development to happen either off-screen or when we see him again in the U20 World Cup arc, as presumably we will, but also, he's just incomplete. He still has these preconceived notions. He still has this high view of himself and this low view of others. Ultimately, him ending this, once again, just wouldn't have been as narratively satisfying as Isagi, the character who's consistently been built on destroying and recreating himself and destroying and recreating himself, destroying and recreating himself, and has had the entire story, but very specifically the Egoist League built around him. I think it couldn't have ended. Why is there a delay? It couldn't have ended any other way. But of course, that's what I think. Please tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you made it all the way to the end of this chunker of a video, please leave the heroic demon king. I know it's probably like one of the longest passwords I've done, but the heroic demon king in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as one month to get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks will include the live reactions to either series I happen to review and free variations of all my videos. And if you become a $25 patron or a $28 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, leave a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below where you can drop 5 beans for a short video, 200 beans for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with a Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Greyhound, Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Glacier, XZ, G Prosper, Zeta, and Brandon Payne. Then I'd like to give a little thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Encarnacion, and A+A. And then I'd like to give a huge thank you to our ink tier members: Fine, Austin Wimberly, Euchiha, Yuki Ally, and Carlo Alaimo. Then I'd like to give a gargantuan thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. Then I'd like to give another gargantuan thank you to our colored art tier patron: Waki Minoz, and Idemokami. Then I'd like to give a final legendary top of the line thank you to our That Guy with a Pencil tier patron, the glorious king, Calvin Elder.